So today I'm going to show you how you can dress up a plain terracotta pot so pretty with these dried flowers. So you have a few different options of surfaces that you can use, and you can dry your own flowers, or you can buy a pre-made pack with Mod Podge and a paintbrush. And I chose to whitewash a plain pot that I had. This is about 8 inches, but if you're going to use a larger surface, you might want to use a couple packs of these. You can use my Amazon link in the description to order some of these flowers, but I love the blues, and I have a lot of blues in my house, but they have such really pretty colors out there as well. So the first step that you're going to want to do is tear apart all these flowers. And I did not realize, because I dried out my own flowers and done projects before, but these are very delicate, and you just want to be careful as you're pulling them out that you don't rip them apart. And some of them are kind of stuck together. So just lay them out, and then you're going to start Mod Podging your surface. And you might want to get an idea and lay it out beforehand how you want the flowers to lay, because they are delicate, and if you place them around and move them too much, they might tear. So that's just a little side tip. So I just did a thin surface, or a thin layer first, and started with one of the little violets. And then I used the other flower, and then this pack came with a pretty green leaves. So I'm just kind of laying them out to my liking. And like I said, you can lay it out ahead of time, but I'm just kind of separating the colors, separating the blues. But you can do this however you want with whatever variety of pack of flowers that you have. And as you can see, as I'm laying each layer down, I'm putting a little coat, just a very thin, soft coat of Mod Podge over it, just making sure that you're not tearing those flowers. And this is just going to help it stay together and add a nice little finishing gloss to it. And then with the baby, this is the dyed baby's breath, and the only problem here is that the stem was a little thicker. So I had a little problem with some of the stems laying down. So I just took a scissors and cut that stem, and everything else laid really well on it. So you might want to have a pair of scissors handy, because most of these prepackaged flowers come with some rough stems on them. And if it seems to be causing a problem, then you can just trim it up while you're Mod Podging this on. So that's just something to remember. And then once you have all your flowers stuck on, this clear coat will just really clearly dry, so it's not going to be any white on it at all. And because it's a terracotta pot, it tends to dry pretty quick. And then when you're finished with it, you can just put whatever you want in it. If you are using a couple packs, you might have more color where you want to stick with something simple inside. And then you can put a piece of twine around it. I like the twine because it was not anything that was going to interfere with the colors, but you could stick maybe a different ribbon on it if you want. Terracotta pots are a little hard to stick something on, so sometimes I use a little bit of glue to hold on that ribbon on the back. You can see it's really pretty setting out with just some eucalyptus, or this is without it. So you can make the decision if you like a ribbon or not, but it's just so pretty with flowers in it for Mother's Day. You can give it as a gift, as a hostess gift, or just set it out on your table in your garden. And there's lots of different options you could do here. So I hope you can try it. Thanks for watching.